confidence across the country in our league. But I think we've got a great league, no matter how those games turn out. And I think this league will have a great season. So, but you know, we've got to play Sanford. That's the big thing I'm trying to worry about.
On a national basis, so do you think the ACC has been down a bit in the last 3-4 seasons?
I don't know if they've been down. I haven't studied it to an extent. I'd have to really sit down and look at it. I mean, we all make our predictions as what leagues we think are this, that. You know, they just listen to the commentator. They have their choices, but it's funny when you look at draft picks and all those types of things. Usually we're right up there with everybody else. So I don't know. I think everything goes in cycles. I really do.
Jimbo, going back to Ponder, what are your thoughts on his Heisman candidacy?
Well, I just think we have to play well. Heisman candidacy, to me, is your team has to play well. And like I said before, we didn't try to put Ponder out there to say he's a Heisman just because of his ball. I wanted people to realize what he's accomplished off the field and as a person and academically and what he's done as a leader in the community and those types of things. I think that brought some awareness to people about what kind of young man he is. The ball part will take care of itself. That would be based on how well we do as a team and then how well he plays within our team concepts. And you know, hopefully he'll come out and do well. It wasn't meant to put pressure on him, and I hope he doesn't handle it that way. I just wanted people to realize what he was as a student and as a person when in today's time of speculation about, you know, we say athletes don't have their priorities right. He's one that definitely does, and I want people to understand that. And I want him to be a great role model to some of our young kids out there.
Do you expect some of the freshmen this year to have a big impact in the Sanford game?
I hope they have a good impact all year. I'm not trying to be, I mean, I really do. We got to play a lot of them. We got to build depth with them. We're going to play a lot of them, and they're ready to play. And I think they can fill a lot of roles. And you have to have guys take snaps so you don't get run down. And it's a long season, so you have to build that depth. So I mean, we're planning on playing quite a few of them.
You know, there's talk that there could be a decent number of empty seats for the opener. There's a lot of fans that are maybe waffling whether they should go. What do you say to the fans that are kind of considering whether to go to that opener?
I wish it would come because it's about the kids. I mean, those kids will walk out there and see that stadium full. But if you don't, hey, that's your choice. I mean, you do what you got to do. And we're going to play just as hard if it's full, if it's 5,000 out there, 10,000 out there, or whatever. We're going to play the same way. But you would like for it to be. I think it sends a message about our organization, about where we're at for recruiting. When recruits come and what you want, you know, we all want everything. We want success. That's a two-way street there. You know, we got to do it on both ends. And for our financial gains and the things it does for each university, and I understand there's some tough situations out there in the world. I truly do. But you know, we got to get to where we got to get to too. So I hope it is for their sake.
You talked about owning Doak before, and like what you did at LSU, kind of get that home. Is this part of it, or is that part of the fans?
It is, yeah. I mean, you have to make this a tough environment for folks to walk into. I mean, you know, and other teams to come into and play in. And you know, what's going to get Doak back is the players. Our players have to play well in Doak. That's the first thing that has to happen. I understand that, but it's also great to have the fan support and that atmosphere and environment for those opponents that makes it very tough.
Can you talk about your time at Stanford as an assistant and how that helped your growth and molded your offensive philosophy?
Well, it did. I was around the Bowden family a lot then. I was around Coach Bowden a lot during those times. And we went from Division III to 1AA. Last 2 years there, we had some great success with 1AA semifinals and quarterfinals, and we had 20 starters coming back that year. We left and went to Auburn. That'd been interesting if we could have stayed there. I mean, you didn't want to not go to Auburn. We had 11-0 year there, but that was a heck of a team we had coming back for that group. But you know, that was a great time in my life. Maybe one of the most fun times I ever had. Developing as a person, developing as a coach, building a program. You know what I mean? And very naive to a lot of things that went on in the world out there as far as coaching. But you just put your nose down, come to work every day, happy to have a job, recruited your tail off, you know, and just prayed one day you get an opportunity at a big university. You know what I mean? And somebody would take notice and you worked hard. And I go back and look at it. I love Birmingham. I love being at Sanford. It was probably one of the 6 of the greatest years of my life being there.
During your time at Auburn, Jimbo, when you first had any opportunity to meet Coach Sullivan? He probably was back around.
Yeah, I want to say I met Coach Sullivan when I was still at Sanford, though, because he was at Auburn at the time, and being from Birmingham, I think we had bumped into each other a few times. I think we went down. Matter of fact, I think we went down and talked a few times in ball. Tommy Bowden was the OC at Auburn at the time. I think Terry, we went down a trip or two once every now and then to see Tommy and talk ball, and I bumped into Pat there and talked with him quite a bit. And Pat was always, I mean, it was always very cordial, very nice, very great individual, class individual.
You talk about taking back Doak and how important it is to be an atmosphere that, you know, people are free to come into. How far do you think we are away from that?
Well, some wins, I think. It sounds like wins and getting excitement back in what we're trying to do. I mean, now people. First of all, the people that's going to make it tough on the opponents is not going to be the fans. Like I say, it's going to be our players. How well we play and making that environment tough. But you know, we've had some great games out here. So I've been here. I mean, great environments, great atmospheres, and it's one of the toughest stadiums in America to play in when it's going and that chop's going. I mean, it's a great environment. So hopefully we can play well and get some folks back in here.
Coach, have you named captains yet for this year?
No.
Do you have a timetable for that?
No. We'll see how that goes. I think sometimes you can. I think we pretty much know who they are, but we're going to talk about that this week, and I don't want to rush and kind of see how things play out.
Jimbo, when does football become fun as opposed to work?
Always has been. I've said that all my life. I've never had a job. It is a work. I mean, it's a. When you want to do well, you're trying to do well for the kids. I mean, you work and make sure you put them in situations. But when I look back at it, at evening, when I get like that, sometimes I say, listen, what are you so uptight about? You got a great job, something you love to do. You're in a great place. You live in a great place. You got a great institution. You got great kids to coach, and got a family. And it's really not. I mean, it's hard work as far as because you want to do well in it. But as far as it really worked to me, I guess it is. But I don't look at it that way.
Is that the same way for the kids?
I think once they get their feet on the ground and realize they belong, I think there's a point in when they first get here and you realize, can I play at this level? Do I have a role here? Do I have this here? Do I have that here? You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden they get there and have some success, and that word confidence comes in. Then I think it starts to really relax and become fun. You know what I mean? It's like anything in your job. Once you realize you're good at it and you're comfortable at it and you enjoy going to work because you know you can do what you're being asked to do, I think that's when it does. I think it is, but any other times I think pressure to succeed kind of overrides that for a while. And as I say, they get cloudy thinking like that. They think, man, this is tough every day. But then they fight through it. But it's like everything in life. That's why I say football is this is a great thing for life. That's the way life is.
Jimbo, Christian concedes he's a bit nervous going into this opener, and he's not sure how much he's going to sleep Friday night. How about yourself? You're starting your career as a head coach.
I hope I'll sleep. But you always, that's part of going to ball. Like I said, when you lose the jitters, well, I've never lost them. I haven't since I can remember playing at 6 years old, and I still get them every day and every time you walk out there on the field. So that's what makes it special, because you know there's a passion for it and you want to do well at it. I mean, so I'm sure there'll be jitters. And
how about the house with your boys? Obviously, your oldest one's old enough to understand what's going on with Dad.
It is. I mean, he'll be jacked up probably. He'll be running around there like crazy. But it is special like that. But you know, it's just something I hopefully will take my time and really watch and appreciate, and not let walk by with that, or not get so nervous or not get so jittery that you don't realize all the things you're into. But there'll be some nerves, there's no doubt. I mean, it was when I was assistant. I was assistant for 20 years, and I looked at it the same. There's still going to be a lot like that. So that's what makes it. If you lose the jitters, kind of probably need to quit coaching.
Jimbo, can you talk about Bjorn and Toshman on the little depth chart we've got? Bjorn listed second team now.
He is. He
That
has been the whole time.
really?
Yeah, he's played very well. He's big, physical, can run. Tajman has a role and will do some good things, but Bjorn is doing a great job.
He didn't play his junior year in America, is that correct? From what I understand. I think he went back home.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I can't remember off the top of my head. I want to say that's right. Don't hold me to that totally, but I want to say that's right.
When did he get on the radar for you guys?
It was pretty early. We were up there pretty early in that recruiting process last year. Involved in him, we heard about him. I couldn't give you a timetable on that. I remember watching this film and was very impressed.
Follow up with you got a couple freshmen back.
I'm sorry?
Follow up on what Ira said. You got a couple freshmen backups at linebacker, Telvin and Christian Jones. Obviously, they've impressed you through camp.
Oh, doing a great job. Can run, have size, range, play with a lot of passion. Can cover space, but also be physical, love to hit. I think both of them are going to be very good players.
Will we see a lot of these freshmen on special teams as well?
Oh, yes, some of them you will. You'll see a lot of starters. I mean, not just there. You'll see them in the game, too. They got to play. I mean, you're a backup. You got to play a certain number of snaps, and you got to play. We got to get you in there.
Coach, after Christian's injury, what has it been like for you watching him go through this rehabilitation process and get ready for this first
It was very, he jumped way ahead in the beginning, shocked us, was back last spring when I didn't think he would be, you know what I mean? To the extent he was. And we had to be careful, again, this, like I say, tired arm.